What's going on? This is 4GLU. My name is Lewis, and this is my review and theory on the iconic character Batman, my personal favorite. I won't be getting into the villains or anything like that. Mostly, I'll just be comparing, contrasting Batman's old and new. Starting with Michael Keaton, known for the Tim Burton series of Batman and Batman Returns. He had a really cool car. His costume was, believable. The fact that they showed that he actually had body armor on in the first one was very nice. Uh, he was able to portray Batman and Bruce Wayne, the dual characters, very believably, and I could sense that tortured soul, that man on a mission feel that Bruce Wayne was. Michael Keaton was able to deliver that very very well. Next, we'll move on to Batman Forever. Val Kilmer donning the cape and cowl. His Batman was not as believable, but his Bruce Wayne was. It was pretty good. I could sense that young, dedicated, eligible bachelor, that genius billionaire playboy that Bruce Wayne is, and Val Kilmer was able to kind of deliver that, able to take the character, and kind of make it his own. Granted, Joel Schumacher did make the Batman series a little bit more comic booky and not in a good way that movies are doing these days. He made it seem more like it was a kids movie than it was for people who just love the character. And it had its ups, it had its downs, but all in all, I would still watch it today. Then we'll move on to Batman and Robin. George Clooney taking on the role. George Clooney is a very good actor. I've loved almost everything he's done. I still love that show. I watch every episode when I get the chance. He was great in Ocean's 11 and 12 and 13. Perfect Storm, Out of Sight. He's a very talented performer. But this one he probably should have passed on because Bruce Wayne's supposed to be a young bachelor, and no offense, Clooney, you're a little seasoned, so it wasn't as good as I believe it could have been. Moving on to Christian Bale taking on the role after George Clooney and Val Kilmer almost killed the franchise. Christopher Nolan decided, you know what, I want to give it a rebirth. I want to renew it, restore people's faith in the Caped Crusader, and Batman Begins was born, and it was brilliantly cast. It was performed elegantly. It was a great movie to watch. I love Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne and Batman. He is hands down the best performer I've seen play this role. His tortured soul was top notch. His Batman was very believable, very scary when he needed to be, but also very sincere when the time called for. Like the scene when he's climbing the wall and a little kid comes out, and the rain. You hear in the background his parents arguing and fighting, and Bruce Wayne takes pity on him, but kind of like senses a little something there and tosses him one of his gadgets to prove to his friends that the Batman is real, showing that he's on a mission but he's still human. Couple things I did notice as I watched these movies, and I watched them a lot, is that every performer that has played Batman, starting with Michael Keaton, has worn two versions of the Batsuit. Michael Keaton wore one version with abs, nice chest plate in the first one, and the second one you could tell that the abs were taken out and replaced with what looked like rectangles. I don't know why they did that, but the Batsuit still looked great, still served its purpose. In Batman Forever, Val Kilmer actually wore two different Batsuits in the same movie for the whole run of the movie, and then for the climax when the Batsuits were destroyed by the Riddler. Same goes for the fourth one, Batman and Robin. Batman's wearing one suit through the entire movie, and then for the climax, again, Mr. Freeze, he dons a black and silver type suit. I'm thinking maybe the silver parts were insulated or heated in case they were frozen, they would be able to break through the ice or something like that. I don't know, we never really got into that. And then moving on to Christian Bale, he wears one suit in the first movie, Batman Begins, and then in the Dark Knight Rises, he's taking on a whole new suit. And they actually explain he's wearing too much. He needs to be able to turn his head, needs to be able to, move, be flexible, and that's why for the final two movies that they decided to change the suit and actually made him look a lot slimmer, made him look better, it made more believable Batman. Speaking of the suit, one thing that really, really bothers me that Joel Schumacher took it upon himself to do is to give Val Kilmer and George Clooney's Cape Crusader suit nipples. I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe to make him seem more real, maybe to make him more human. Honestly, it really threw me off because the whole time I'm trying to watch Batman do his thing, I can't stop staring at his humongous Batnips. It was strange. It was like it was cold outside all the time. Uh, Touching on the bad voice, a lot of people have stated that they hate the Christian Bale Batman voice, very guttural, very and credit where credit's due. I actually do understand and I agree with Christian Bale's reasoning for doing that, and I'll tell you why. In the first and second Batman movies with Michael Keaton, Batman never really had that many lines when he was wearing the suit. So there wasn't really need for him to mask his voice too much because he rarely spoke. In the Batman Begins series, Batman is talking every time he has the suit on. He has monologues with people, so it makes sense for him to want to distort his voice. But something I noticed is that in Batman Begins compared to Dark Knight Rises, his voice isn't as guttural in the first one. He's talking a little lower. He's talking more from his diaphragm than from his vocal cords. But as the movie went on, he started talking more from just tensing this up and getting more gargly in his voice. So, he could have done a little bit better with the voice, but it's understandable why he had to do it. Honestly, I love Batman. I've always loved Batman. I always will love Batman. He is a great character, a great hero. He's not a superhero, he's a hero. And that's another thing. People argue, oh, Batman's not a real superhero. Oh, he has gadgets and cars. Blah, blah, blah. Superheroes don't need that. Well, he never said that he was a superhero. He's not. He's just a hero. He's a man on a mission. He's a guardian. He's a protector. And he's actually a detective. So that should hopefully settle the argument that no, Batman is not a superhero, but that does not take away from the fact that he is, in fact, a hero. He, like I said, is a guardian, a protector. So that's my take on the Batman. That is my review and theories on certain aspects. My next video, I'll probably get into either the villains or the car or both. So just keep an eye out for that. This is Lewis for 4GLU signing off.